local Boykie, SA's #1 long drive. And our firm favourite here, none other than Thorne Van Zyl. And today, his opponent from West Palm Beach, Florida, currently ranked #1 in the world, is a young man who does a lot of fishing in his spare time up in the Alaskan waters. Put your hands together for Colton Casto.
Thorne's #1 in a small country, and I mean, it's a small country for a reason. There's not a lot of people, and if you're #1 there, I mean, big whoop. I'm #1 in the world. Good luck catching me.
You know, my confidence is very high up because I'll have the home crowd advantage. So I'm very keen, and yeah, I'm very, very, very confident that I'll give Colton something to chase. Good luck, buddy. You're gonna need it. You're in SA now. It's a very big, different game, yeah.
Let's bring him in style. He's your local favourite. Put your hands together for Thorne Van Zyl.
Have you got colour in your cheeks?
Let's go.
Do you ever get that feel that you got shit, the type that sticks around like summits in your teeth? Have some aces up your sleeve. Have you no idea that you're in deep?
As it says, you got one shot. He's using it, he's channeling his Eminem. The world #1, the part-time fisherman, part-time long drive champion. From West Palm Beach, Florida, Colton Casto! Ladies and gentlemen, golfers to the fore. Thorne, need you in the front. It's face-off time, boys. So, Thorne, local favourite. I know you've been struggling with a sore toe as well, but you're taking on the world #1. How are you feeling ahead of this?
Feeling amazing, let's go.
Man, a few words today. Right, Colton, there's been some trash talk in the build-up to this. Are you ready for this? With the locals all behind the local Boykie from Benoni.
Oh, heck yeah. Bring it on, baby. I'm ready for it. I'm grinding away at this for a couple years now, and we're ready to show it off.
So how does it feel having the entire crowd wishing for you to lose?
Oh, I love it. And by the way, the entire crowd is not wishing for me to lose. His father is rooting for me.
Yeah, hear that? He says your own father is rooting for him. How are you going to take that one?
I don't care, let's hit.
Yeah, here we go. Face off, Jace. Face off.
So we've had the build up. We're ready. The local man is carrying the hopes of the whole of South Africa on his shoulders. Bob, have you competed in front of your local crowd, and have you felt this kind of pressure?
I mean, I've obviously competed in front of Americans, you know, but I actually have never had the chance to compete in my hometown. My hometown is St. Louis, Missouri. That's where I'm from. Shout out to St. Louis, Missouri. Great place to grow up, and will always be home. But this is a unique opportunity Thorne has. You can feel the energy. I mean, they're on their feet. It's not artificial cheering for him, right? They truly want their hometown kid to win. And let me tell you, with this hurting wind, if Thor can keep it low and get some run, this is the best case scenario for Thorne, is this hurting wind straight into. And it might give him an opportunity to take down world number 1 Colton Casto.
Here we go. Is that cutting? It's not cutting enough.
So that's going to be OB left. I'm curious to see where Thorne will be in the ball speed department. I think that he's going to have to be at least 208 to 210 and flight one perfectly to be able to hang with Colton.
That looks like it's a good one.
Yeah, so that's a miss hit for him, but he's found the grid. I'm curious to see how far these balls go. We just watched the ladies compete. 329 was the longest for them into this wind. I wonder if 400 is possible for these guys, because this wind is stout.
So that first one went 355, next one went 380, that one OB as well, and 25 yards comes off that. Needs to find the grid.
Uh. 196 ball speed there. He's creeping up. Colton Casto, the guy he's hitting against, who happens to be one of my best friends, is #1 in the world for a reason. He is super fast, and he hits the ball high with no spin. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
This is flying, folks. He's on his home turf. He knows the conditions here. And that one, the big first pitch, and then just sat very quietly.
So another miss hit for Thorne here. He's going to have to be over 200 miles an hour if he wants to take down Colton Casto. He's going to have to start finding the center of the face.
Oh. 20 seconds on the clock now.
No!
I think he likes it. I think that he really likes that. Ball speed up to 198. So that second to last ball, third last ball, 375. And we wait for that second to last one. That is the ball that we want to watch. Bobby, your thoughts on that swing?
So that one just got a little bit too high up in the air. I'm curious to see what these two numbers are going to come back with. But if Colton Casto catches one, he's probably going to take him down. Thorne didn't hit his best ball in that set. I know Thorne's capable of going over 200 miles an hour ball speed. And 385 yards on that last ball. He's got to build on it. He's going to have to hit a really well-struck shot with a low flight and hope for some run.
So here's the world #1, 27-year-old. And he's world #1 for a reason. Look at how hard Van Zyl is breathing. Martin and I spoke about it. This sport really takes it out of you physically as well.
It does. It does. More so than you might think. You know, you're going at it as hard as you can. It's just not just an everyday trip to the driving range, you know, hitting some pitching wedges. This guy here is a absolute freak of nature. He hits the ball further than anybody on the planet when he's at his best. I'm going to shout out my buddy Kyle Berkshire. He might be the one guy that can keep up with Colton when he hits his best ball. But he's #1 in the world for a reason. His ball speed is going to be up to, if not over, 230 miles an hour while he competes.
Well, that first one up to 225.
So this one's going to be drawn down that left side. I don't know if that's going to stay in the grid. Another ball at 225 miles an hour for Colton, just out of bounds. But you know what? He might have hit that so far that even with the 25-yard deduction, it might be close to that 385 number. We'll see.
Watch where the swing ends up at the top. It gets the belt buckle.
Baby! 227 miles an hour, and it's pretty flat. 2,500 on the spin, which is a little spinnier than he normally is, but that flight into this wind is absolute money. That is going to take down the first set. When he yells at a golf ball, you are in big, big trouble. I don't know if I've ever seen him yell at a golf ball and not win the set. We're still waiting on that big ball down the middle. I don't know for sure if it stayed in the grid, but if it did, that thing's going to be a big number. Watch him. His shaft hits his back on the backswing. His swing arc is incredible. He's only 6'1". He's definitely not a small dude, but he's not as tall as some of the other long drivers.
That is a very strange readout because we thought he caught all of that.
That's very, very interesting. It must have gone out of bounds to bring back that number. Remember, if you go out of bounds, the number is where the ball crossed the OB line minus 25 yards.
So at this stage, just 4 yards in it. That third ball was 381. There you go. That's the one he was looking
402 yards for Colton Casto. He took it down. Now let's have some fun. Let's go over 230 miles an hour.
He does not leave a lot of horses out there.
And you know what's crazy, Arnold? He's almost this fast on a golf course playing real golf. I mean, he is the fastest on a golf course that you will ever find. He hits it further than anybody on the golf course. And on a long drive grid, he can pretty much say the same thing. So Thorne has his work cut out for him. 402 yards into a stiff breeze. It's lightening up just a tad, but it's still every bit of 12 to 15 miles an hour into the face. So
that is amazing. 402 yards into what is a very, very stiff wind right now.
For you folks at home watching, imagine hitting a ball over 400 yards into a 15-mile-an-hour breeze. And I know we're at elevation, but it's just ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. And Colton still hasn't hit his best ball. And neither has Thorne, to be fair. This is a low ball, low spin set of conditions here because of this wind. But if Colton can hit his ball closer to 1,1700 spin, which I know he's capable of, that'll cut right through the wind. And I think Colton is capable of hitting a ball 415, 420 yards even into this wind. So we'll see what happens in the second set.
So the spin on that last hit was 1,500 RPM.
That's the spin that he's looking for.
The next set is underway. Did he hit that a bit high on the face? Yeah.
You know what? He didn't even really like it. 225 mile an hour. It's less than 2,000 spin. So this could be a really, really big number here. It might beat that 402 number he had in the first set.
That club goes, I cannot get past the fact that it goes past the belt buckle on the way back. That is remarkable.
It hits him in the back. Yeah. Oh, that one actually stayed in play. His shaft hits him in the back on the backswing, and it's not a position I advise anybody at home to try to replicate. He's a freak athlete. This is a guy, he loves it. Again, if he yells at one, you are in big trouble. This one closing in on 230 miles an hour at 229 miles an hour.
Well, we just got news that NASA picked this up at the JFK Center.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? When you hit the ball as hard as he does, man, he's just putting on a show. When you hit the ball as hard as Colton does, and you're able to control your spin rate like he does and keep it under 2,000, you can still launch it high in the air because the wind's not going to affect it as much with the lower spin rate. So he's very unique in that way where he doesn't have to hit a low ball into the wind to put up big numbers.
Talk to me about the equipment. What's he got there shaft-wise, and also what's the degrees on the face there?
Yeah, so Colton has a Patterson Kinetics shaft. It's a D10, which is a very, very soft shaft, essentially equivalent to a senior flex. It's like a limp spaghetti noodle, essentially, when you look at it. And he's got his head, it's a Callaway head. He's got it set down to 2.5 degrees, close to 2 degrees. A putter, Arnold, is 4 degrees.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so yeah, for you folks at home, if you tried hitting Colton's club, the shaft wouldn't necessarily be a problem because it is soft enough for people to use. The problem with trying to hit his club is there's not enough loft. You would knuckle it and basically wouldn't be able to get the ball off the ground. So that's just a testament to how much speed he has to create enough spin, and then he hits way up on it. So if you watch long drivers, they're going to tee it way up in the air, and they're going to go up and get it and catch on the golf. So yeah, the static loft is 2.5 degrees, but because he's swinging so much up through it, 6-7 degrees up through it, it acts like a 10 or 11 degree lofted head.
He's got through his series very, very quickly. Wasn't like that one either, but still up at 223 miles an hour ball speed and that apex 212 feet. It is remarkable what this man can do.
So here's the deal. Colton did go over 400 yards for the second straight set, but Thorne went 385 in his first set, and I'm telling you, he didn't hit his best ball. If Thorne can go over 200 miles an hour, keep the spin rate down, keep the flight down, and hit a dead straight ball that runs, he could close in on that 400-yard number and give the #1 ranked hitter in the world a run for his money. So we'll see.
All to play for here for the local hero, the man who lives not more than 4 or 5 kilometers away from here. This is where he does a lot of his practice, so he knows this facility, he knows what is necessary.
If I was Thorne, I would aim down the right side of the grid, and I would try to hit a flat
Thanks for all
pull.
coming out and supporting. Come on.
So if I was Thorne here, I would try to aim kind of down the right side of the grid, right half of the grid, and kind of hit a flat pull. A pull's going to come off a little bit lower, and it's going to run out. So he's going to have to beat Colton on the ground. He can't carry it anywhere near Colton can, especially in these conditions. So he's going to have to hit a low ball. He's going to have to try to get some run. That's a good ball there.
He's given that a lot of oompty. Let's see where that ends up. Spin rate over 2,000 there.
That first one in at 379 yards. The only way that Thorne can go over 400 in these conditions into this wind is if he hits it lower.
Yeah.
He's got to hit it lower, and he's got to get run. There it is. There it is. That's the flight. I don't know how he caught it. 192, so a little bit of a miss hit, but watch this thing run out. That thing ran out a bunch, so that's the only way that he's going to be able to go close to 400 yards.
Love the fact that the world's best is asking the crowd to get involved, and the local man has lashed another one.
This one's better, 197 miles an hour. He's closing in on 200. Again, great roll there. It's going to be a little shy of that 375 mark.
Just short of 375.
So this is what I'm learning. Thorne is executing the shot shape. It's not running out enough. The only way he's going to be able to catch him is with a little bit more horsepower. Thorne is going to have to dig deep. He's going to have a little bit more shoulder turn, and he's going to have to go over 200 miles an hour. It's the only way he can come anywhere close. Because remember, Colton Casto is going close to 230 miles an hour. You can give up a little bit of speed if your flight and spin are better, but you can't give up 35, 40 miles an hour. There you go, 198.
It's 25 miles, 27 miles at this stage. It's a marathon.
Yeah, let's see if he can go over 200. Definitely not there. Big time missing.
30 seconds to go. Everyone in the crowd egging on Thorne Van Zyl from South Africa.
A little bit of a miss hit and a little bit high. It's 156 feet in the air, too high. So I'd like to see Thorne maybe 110 feet, maybe even under 100 feet, and just hope you get a really, really hot bounce and it runs out. Let's remember, this is a tall task. for Thorne. Hey, Colton Casto's a really, really good hitter. Being number 1 in the world at something means something.
So it said I was throwing up and stuff.
We heard it.
Yeah, buddy.
I asked Treve, I said he's probably thrown up.
It's dry heaving. Just dry heaving, boss.
Yeah. Hey, hit us one more.
Huh?
Well, hit us one more good nugget, all right?
Yeah, buddy. Is he going first next time?
Hit one more good nugget.
Oh, hell yeah. We're going to hit more than one.
Don't rush.
We're hitting a couple. 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Let's get a good ball out there and then see what you got.
Oh, hell yeah. I like it.
Yeah. All right.
Check. Thorne, step into my office for a sec, please. So, started nice and strong. Stand here for me, thanks. Started nice and strong. Had a good round there. Finding the wind a bit of a challenge as well, though.
I'm just not center striking it as I want to, but there's no excuse. I'm versing world number 1, and that's an award already, man.
But listen, I mean, you've hit 385 yards. I know he's gone over 400, but 385, most people would kill to have that.
100%. So let's just have fun and let's put on a show, boys.
Colton, a quick word, my friend. So, just over 400 yards there. You just found that sweet spot.
I had it pretty good. I had a few pretty good. Let's make some more noise, though, when we're hitting, folks. Come on. Let's get into it.
So there you have it, Benoni. Colton says he wants to hear you. Next round, what are you going for now?
Oh, I want to hear him yell. I want more noise. Do you guys want to see balls go farther than 400? Let's make some freaking noise.
Right, boys. Let's get the show on the road.
So he made his intentions very clear. He wants to go further than 400 and make it good ones. Really, really good ones. So the 1 minute mark is going to be rolling for him. He's got a chance to get... What are you thinking at this stage, Bob? How are you trying to get your mind ready now? Are you taking a little mental break? Are you going to just breathe deeply and don't think about it too much? Or are you right into the thought process again?
That's just dependent on the hitter. I think for Colton Casto, he certainly doesn't have to think about anything. Just keep doing what you're doing. For Thorne, he needs to find some adrenaline. He needs to harness some of the adrenaline that this hometown crowd is providing. And he just needs one ball. He needs one ball that's hit right in the center of the face over 200 mile an hour. Keep it under the wind and let that baby run. And he's capable of it. And remember, this final round is worth 3 points.
So you can turn around everything here.
Exactly.
One good hit.
Exactly.
One good hit is all it
Good hit,
takes.
exactly. So yes, Colton Casto won set 1 and set 2. That's only worth 3 points total. This thing is not over, and Colton knows it. So let's see if he can set the tone for round 3. $228 miles an hour. Colton's one of my best friends. I'm a little bit disappointed he hasn't gone over 230. Let's see 230 plus here. So, first things first, let's get a ball in the grid.
In
right?
play.
Yes, I know you have 8 balls, but they can be fleeting. Before you know it, you're on your 5th or 6th ball. So, first order of business for Colton, get a ball in play and then try to build on it.
Listening to the voice commentating with us of one of the legends of the game. And how nice it is to have Bobby Longway Ray with us in the comedy booth. That looks like a good one.
Yeah, so 225 miles an hour. Crazy to say, probably a slight mishit for Colton. But it's in the grid and should be a big number.
Folks, let me tell you, do not try this swing at home. You will need a chiropractor.
Absolutely. And you know what's funny? Colton is not the most mobile guy in the world. He's not that flexible. He's just flexible enough, and he's flexible in the right ways, and he's got a huge wrist hinge at the top. So a lot of his length and the reason that his club gets so long and wrapped around his back at the top is insane amount of wrist flexibility, more so than shoulder flexibility. So his arm is kind of perpendicular to the ground at the top, but look how much his wrists hinge at the top, and that's creating a lot of that swing arc as well.
That sounded good. Where is it going? That's going right down the middle. This is the one that he was looking for.
230 miles an hour.
There
He
you go,
finally
you asked
reached
it.
it over 230, guys. 230 miles an hour is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Guys, PGA Tour average ball speed, about 172. He's going 60 miles an hour, 407 yards from Colton Casto into a 20-mile-an-hour wind. That is unbelievable. Unbelievable. That cannot be touched. Thorne is going to have to hit something really, really hard out there to come anywhere close. That is a ridiculous number right now in these conditions.
And he's lashed another one up. There's a little too much draw spin on that one. But the world's best has gone 407 yards, ladies and gentlemen.
Outstanding performance. 407 yards. I'm not sure how many people can catch that in the world. I don't know if anybody can. 231 miles an hour with perfect flight. I didn't quite catch the spin rate on there, but that's just absolutely insane. For you folks watching at home, again, he's hitting balls 60 miles an hour faster than the average PGA Tour player. 60.
That is just, it boggles the mind. It really boggles the mind.
If you have a PGA Tour ball flying through the air, Colton's ball is going to pass it at the same rate you're going to be driving on the highway. It's a different gear. There's a reason he's #1 in the world, but now it's Thorne's turn. And I'm not saying it's impossible for him to go catch it. He is going to have to probably hit the best ball of his life. It's going to have to be over 200 miles an hour, and it's going to have to be low with low spin, and it's going to have to take a couple of really good bounces. So let's see what he's got.
The pressure is on.
He almost missed the club face there. There's the 171. That's PGA Tour average ball speed. It just shows how much speed they have. They almost missed the club, and it's still PGA Tour average on the ball speed. So these guys are really fast.
That looks like it's creeping out of the grid. It is.
So that was the fastest club speed he's had, about 138 miles an hour. He's going to be able to produce over 200 ball speed if he catches it just right.
Come on.
He looks to me like he's chasing it a little, Bobby.
Well, it's hard not to. I mean, there's no
choice.
Yeah, you don't have a choice, and there's just hitting a solid ball here doesn't no good. He's got a rear back. And he's got to hit the best ball of his life. I think he needs to aim down that right side and try to release it and hit kind of a pull.
Is that the one that's going to make a huge difference? There's a little bit of cut spin on that one, but it's down the middle. Needs a bounce. Didn't run out. Chasing 407 yards. Another good one, but maybe just creeping away. It's inside. That's got a good bounce. Ball speed up at 191.
Oh, see that kick?
Big bounce.
See that
and
kick?
another one.
So that's going to be his biggest ball of the set right here. Yep. That is what makes it possible for him. Now he's winding down on time, but a kick like that is what makes it possible. So he's got it. I'm telling you though, I think the magic number for Thorne has got to be close to 205 ball speed with perfect flight. All right, he's got 18 seconds to fire that last one. Let's see it, Thorne. Let's see one last great ball. He's got 10 seconds. Hopefully he gets this off. He may not get it off in time. If he does, that's not going to do it. So Colton Casto is going to take him down.
The best out of the 8 balls, the 378. And Colton has done the job. 407 yards. That is absolutely remarkable. It deserves a big round of South African applause. The champion gets his hand raised by the challenger.
Colton's the best in the world for a reason. Again, I'm gonna give a shout out to Kyle Berkshire, my buddy, because he is up there as well. But Colton Casto is almost impossible, if not impossible, to beat when he hits his best ball, and he hit a couple great ones tonight.
Sean Falconer has caught up with him. Despite all of that swing speed, Sean's got there in time.
So, folks, we just had one of the most exciting rounds. Thorne, the local hero, but tough conditions, and I saw you trying to push everything into those last few shots. How did that feel?
No, it was amazing, and I'm privileged to share a box with someone like this, and one day I'll be back and a bit faster and a bit longer, so we'll see you then.
So, Colton, we saw why you are number one in the world there. It wasn't quite swinging for you, and then you just found the sweet spot. Good to take the win over the local boykie, though, isn't it?
I mean, this is great. You guys have been awesome. Thank you to your whole family, Inspired Play, for putting on a great event. This is the best event we've had all year. It's unbelievable. Thank you for everything.
Yeah. So, Thorne, so far all of our Americans have said this has been the best meet that they've been to, the best event. I think you must be proud of that as well. But you've got something else you want to say as well?
100%. And boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we have the biggest matchup coming up next, so I want the loudest crowd. I want you to show Martin and Sean your best voices. Let's go.
Colton, one more question for you. Experience in South Africa. How's this? A bit of a hostile crowd at times, but did you feed off that?
Oh, heck yeah. I love it. When people are yelling at you, you can feel like all the energy coming off them, and it's awesome. It's great. It's the best feeling in the world.
Well, folks, you just saw an over 400-yard shot into a 20-mile-per-hour headwind. Colton Casto and local hero Thorne Van Zyl.